And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the
classic. Time.
Hello vinyl community, Alex is finally back with another video. Got the star of the show with me, the real star of the show, Violet here, as you can see. Yeah, October was the last time I filmed a video. That's how long it's been, and a lot has changed since then. I'll quickly fill you guys in. Obviously, I'm not just going to leave you in the loop. Obviously, as you can see from the background behind me, we have moved, which we moved in November. We moved from our tiny 2-bedroom flat to this 3-bedroom house, and we really like it here. Violet really likes it here. So I got really itchy eye. But yeah, no, Violet really likes it here. Got a lot of space to run around, haven't you? Yeah. She is now 2, which she turned 2 in March, so that was exciting. And on top of that, me and Jenny are having another baby. So
well, Jenny is, you're not having it.
well, no, but you know what I mean. So yeah, this will be our second child together, 3rd child overall.
Mia.
Violet is opening doors. I don't care. But yeah, no. So yeah, as obviously a lot has changed, as I said. Quickly fill you guys in. I'm hoping I would have come back sooner, but while we were moving, my parents were looking after my record collection, and so most of it's been at their house since November, and I only have about half of it back, so the other half is still there. But I thought I'd quickly tune in to do like a quick vinyl collection update, I suppose, and obviously a life update as well, because it's needed. I think like 6 months, I think, since my last time on my last video.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
It has been a while. It's not crazy, but hopefully I won't be going for as long next time. You like to be the centre of attention, don't you? She is stealing the show from Daddy. There we go. That's.
She's more entertaining.
She is more entertaining. Oh. Right. So yeah, I'm gonna get on with this vinyl collection update because we are nearly 3 minutes in, and I haven't shown any vinyl whatsoever. Okay, so I'm going to start with new vinyl, or I say new, these albums have been newly released since the last time I filmed a video. So, the first album I'm going to show you is the latest album from Arctic Monkeys. This is their album called The Car, their 7th studio album. So of course this does mean I'm going to go back and redo my Arctic Monkeys album ranking that I did, I think it was 2020 I did it. Jenny was in the video then. We lived at mum and dad's, so it must have been 2020.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to do an update of it next time, well, when I eventually get around to it. But this is their new album, The Car. I'm not going to say too much on this album right now. I'll save it for when I do my ranking. I'm just going to say I do like this album. Well, it's a grower, basically. It's been growing on me. Didn't really like it that much at first. There was a couple of songs I liked, but as I listen to it more, I am getting more and more into it. There's the inner sleeve. There's lyrics to all the songs there. Nothing on the other side, but all of the lyrics. I believe that's all the lyrics. Yeah, no, just standard black vinyl. There is the only writing on the label tells you which side is which. There is no track listing on the record, so you've actually got to physically. But I like that sometimes because then you've got to either check the album or you've just got to listen to it in full. But you know, Arctic Monkeys, they're always going to be a band where I'm gonna listen. If I put an album on, I'm going to listen to that album in full. So yeah, Arctic Monkeys, The Car. Not a big fan of the title of the album either. Just gonna say, but I do really like the cover. The next new release I'm gonna show you is the score to Spider-Man. This one I bought with some Christmas money that I actually ended up getting. So I managed to pick this one up through that. I really like the film. It's one of my favourite films of all time. I like the jacket. It's got sort of a matte finish to it with holographic writing. There were two different editions of this album release. One was on silver vinyl, one was on gold vinyl. You can always tell which is which because I believe the writing on the front matches the colour of the vinyl, if I'm not mistaken. There's the gatefold inside. It's just got clips from the film and stuff like that. With some credits as well. Obviously Danny Elfman's score there. This might not be for everyone's cup of tea, but it certainly is mine. This one came with quite a bit of stuff as well, which is always nice when it comes with loads of goodies, let's say. First up, we get a poster inside of it, a two-sided poster, both with Spider-Man on each side. That's pretty cool. We get this little pamphlet here which shows some other film and TV show soundtracks. I have the Cowboy Bebop soundtrack. That's a really good one. Akira's a good soundtrack. Don't have that one, but that is a great soundtrack. And then on the other side, we've got soundtracks to films like The Witch, Her, Tick Tick Boom. Was really good. Yeah, just some really cool stuff there. Some other releases. Yeah. There's the inner sleeve with Spider-Man on one side and Green Goblin on the other. And as you can see, I opted for the gold vinyl edition of this album.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Which kind of looks a bit like caramel. But I don't mind because I didn't have anything on gold vinyl off the top of my head, but yeah, I just ordered the gold one. I thought it would look better with the album cover, which it really does, in my opinion. So another really cool new release. Really like that one. So yeah, this is one of my favourite films. And I'm so happy that for the 20th anniversary of the film, they put the soundtrack out on vinyl. Next up, there's a couple more new-ish releases we have, and then the rest is all random stuff, which I'll get to in just a second. We have the new album from Gorillaz. This is their album Cracker Island. I was a sort of a casual fan of Gorillaz a few years ago, and then the album Song Machine came out in 2020 and I became like a really big fan of Gorillaz, to the point where that album ended up making my top 10 of that year, and although I don't have much more Gorillaz on vinyl, this is my second ever Gorillaz on vinyl. I do like this album, I must admit. I don't like it as much as Song Machine. There's a few of the credits on here that aren't, in my opinion, as great. Like I really do like the song New Gold, but Booty Brown's verse is sort of a bit lackluster in my opinion. I don't think it's his best work. Stevie Nicks' cameo on this album, it's just about noticeable, and Beck, the ballad at the end featuring Beck it's okay. It's not great, but the title track with Thundercat, he's great in my opinion. Like I said, I do like the song New Gold with Tame Impala and Booty Brown. I just think his verse is just okay. And then we have the track Silent Running, which is my favourite track on this album. Very, very good stuff here by Gorillaz. Still not disappointing. And we yet again get a poster with this one, double-sided poster. There's one side of that one and it flips like this on the other side. Very cool stuff. And there's the inner sleeve, just a pink inner sleeve, which I got I think it's meant to be plum coloured vinyl, but it looks more pinkish reddish on camera. Which I know I can't really help, but yeah.
I like that one.
One of my favourite albums of the year so far. I know we're not that far into this year yet, but I do really like this album. Next album I'm going to show you guys. This is the last late new-ish release that I'm going to show you. This is the debut album. You guys probably know where this one's going if you know if you've been keeping up with releases over the last 6 months. This is De La Soul, their latest release. For those of you who don't know the story behind this one, for years they've been battling with their record label Tommy Boy for the rights over their music, and finally they get the rights to their music back. So they're obviously reissuing all their albums starting at the beginning. This is their debut album. They have changed some of the samples involved in this album purely and simply because obviously there was a lot of sampling issues going on when this album first came out, so they had to change them.
Sorry, I was just trying to see if you could see your own.
But unless you're really familiar with the album, or you take the original, listen to it, and then listen to this one, I don't think you're really going to notice them that much. They're not really massively changed samples. But yeah, this is a double LP. I finally own this. This has been a massive album on my wish list for years, I'd say. And finally I bit the bullet and grabbed a copy. Like I said, there are a few different variants of this. I love the comic book strip that comes with this one. I think it's really cool. To my knowledge, this didn't come with the original. I think this is new for this edition. So I think that's also what swayed me to getting this one. There's the first inner with the De La Soul logo on it, and some credits on the B side, and then there's the other De La Soul logo on the other one, and more credits. Just the black vinyl edition of this one, because I thought that's the only one I really needed. 4 more things to show you, and then funny enough we're done. I know, we're 16 minutes in and I've shown you, what, 4 albums, and I've got 4 left. So we'll try and get through these ones quick. I'm surprised I didn't own this album already on vinyl, actually, because it's a favourite of mine and has been ever since it came out back in 2013. That's Bastille's Bad Blood album. I have loved this album and this band ever since they debuted, and I have never owned this album on vinyl. I don't think I'm going to get the other 2 because I don't like those 2. Actually, have they got 3 albums or 4 now? I can't keep up, but
I don't know.
All I know is this is probably going to be the only Bastille album I do own on vinyl, because I don't like the other ones anywhere near as much as this. Found this reasonable price, secondhand. Had to snatch it up because I just knew that I wouldn't get the opportunity again to get it at the price it was at. So there is Bastille's Bad Blood album. This one has a booklet with it, as you can see. And the booklet does contain lyrics and credits to each of the songs on the inside, which I think is really cool. I love seeing little things like this with albums. But then that's not all it has on the inside of this. This has backstage photos of the band recording the album, which is really awesome to me. There's more lyrics, and then finally some more credits and stuff like that. Just really awesome stuff. There's the inner sleeve, as you guys see there. Cool stuff. And it's obviously just on black vinyl. I don't think this album ever came out on any other colour. At least to my knowledge it didn't. I know they've reissued this album since, but this is an original 2013 pressing. So here's an album that was really surprising. I picked this up I think in November or late October. I can't remember it now really. But it's Van Morrison's Hard Nose the Highway. This album I never imagined I would own on vinyl. It took me by surprise. As you can see, there's coverware and everything. There's lyrics on the inside of the gatefold and stuff like that. This is one of them albums I bought because I took a whim on it because I knew the artist, and if I didn't like the album I would have sold it on or been good like trade for somebody. But I loved this album. I thought it's one of Van Morrison's best. I don't own much Van Morrison on vinyl because I don't know his music that well. But this album, yeah, it floored me. It did. I was blown away by it. I will need an upgrade of this at some point because the vinyl, unfortunately, isn't in great shape. It looks about a VG, a good plus to VG. It plays like a VG plus and VG in spots. But yeah, one that I never thought of checking out before, and it just goes to show you that you can never you can just keep digging into an artist's catalogue and you'll always find something good. So yeah, this is my third Van Morrison on vinyl, and I'm probably not going to own too much Van because I'm not, like I said, I'm not too familiar with his stuff, but it's always nice to discover new stuff like this from an artist you know. Next album up, this one was actually a freebie from my old boss at my old job, because he knew I'd been looking for this for a while. He messaged me when he found a copy of this, said, "I've got this for you. Next time you're in town, you can come in and pick it up." Here comes the real star of the show again. But yeah, it's Black Moses by Isaac Hayes. Another one, much like De La Soul, that I'd had on my wish list for quite some time. It's still on stacks. It's not an original one that folds out like the cross. The original of this, as you guys may know, it does fold out like a cross. I wasn't too bothered about owning a copy like that one. There's the gatefold. Very good, very good stuff. Yeah, this is on, like I said, it's on Stax, one of my favourite record labels. It's on the yellow Stax label, and this is in almost pristine condition. Right, I'd say near mint, VG plus in spots. But yeah, excellent album by Isaac Hayes. Has always been my favourite Isaac Hayes album, and there's always been one I've never been able to track down a decent condition copy of. They've always been beat to crap, or people have asked too much money for them. So finally have a copy in the collection and super happy with it. So, and we're going to end this video on another R&B album, just because it's the last thing I have to show you. I've not been going in any particular order here, I've just been grabbing stuff. This is an album by the group Change. Their 1982 album called Sharing Your Love. US press. I really like Change as a group. They're one of my favourite soul R&B groups, and so this is the one of their albums I wasn't actually familiar with, so finding this was pretty awesome for me. On the Atlantic label, the green and orange label. But yeah, like I said, it's an American pressing. I'm always on the lookout for soul R&B stuff I really enjoy, and like I said a minute ago, I wasn't too familiar with this Change album, so it was sort of a blind buy, but I did sample a little bit of it first, before getting this from the charity shop. And I liked what I heard of it, so I need to give this album a proper listen. But yeah, I mean, it's Change. It is what it is. I know you guys may not be into your soul R&B as much as me, but very interesting album to check out if you like soul R&B stuff. Anyway, so with that all said and done, that's it for this video. Jenny wants to say hello quick because she's not been in it. She's been sitting over there most of the video.
If they've watched this far, then they've probably seen it.
Here she is, the real star again. So yeah, that's it. Okay, that's going to be it for this video. Everyone's getting in now. Anyone else? Oh, there's no one else. Oh no, then no one else is here yet. Oh, what's that? Oh, she's loving the TV. Anyway,
She loves that program.
bless she. Oh, we better get going and unmute it. So it's a goodbye from me. It's a goodbye from Violet. It's a goodbye from Jenny. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're new here, and also follow my Instagram if you guys are on Instagram. I'll link it, everything down in the description box below, and we'll see you guys later. Bye. You're gonna say bye bye.
Say bye-bye.
You're gonna say bye.
Wave.
Bye.
Oh,
No, she's blowing kisses. Bye guys. See you later.